Many people in the Biden White House will say every day, Israel's not fighting the Palestinians, they're just fighting Hamas. Except a new survey shows that Hamas would win in a landslide if there were elections today. In other words, the Palestinians in Gaza love Hamas. Very interesting survey out of the West Bank and Gaza. I'm going to preface it before I give you the numbers with the following. Many in the Biden White House has said that Israel's not at war with Gaza or the Palestinians. Israel's at war with Hamas, as if to differentiate between the two. It is true, Israel is at war with Hamas. But the idea that Hamas is not the most popular political party is not true, either in the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, or in Gaza. Listen to this. This was just released yesterday. The survey was taken during the truce of a week ago. 44% in the West Bank support Hamas as the main political party that should rule the West Bank. It was 12% in September. It's tripled their support after the massacre. 42% in Gaza support Hamas, up from 38% in September. It's a dramatic rise, they say, this was released yesterday, in support for Hamas in all areas where Palestinians live, even after the annihilation of the physical plant in Gaza by the IDF. Wait till you hear this. 90% of those surveyed want Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority, to resign. Remember, he was elected 20 years ago. He never left office. He refuses to have elections. He's a dictator for life. They don't want to wait till he dies. They want him to quit now. 90% of all the adults surveyed want him out now. 90%. And 72% say Hamas was right on October 7th to slaughter the Jews in Israel. Does that scare the hell out of you? And I want to add to that question. This is a people that haven't had elections since 2006, when Hamas was elected in the Gaza Strip and then killed all the opposition. So they never had another election. And there hasn't been an election in the West Bank because they don't hold elections. They just have dictatorships. So let me ask you a question. If this is the way people feel there, the vast majority of the people there, and the margin of error is only a few percentage points, how is Israel supposed to make peace with people who support the mass murder of you?
You don't. You don't. And what I think another question to go with that, Barry, is how come the world community can't understand that?
Well,
right? I
don't know.
Just really quick. Let me ask you this really quick, if I can, because this is something that's really mind blowing to me. I keep looking at this, and I think I might know the reasoning, right? But we all know, everyone knows, even when it happened on October 7th, even the United Nations was admitting that Hamas did this. Everybody was acknowledging who did this. I mean, it was no secret. We saw it, they saw it, right? But now it's like it's all changed. Like they completely forgot, like they all grew amnesia.
Or it's so 2 months ago.
Yeah, right. It's so 2 months ago. And it's like, why are you still doing this? Why are you still doing this? What is it that's preventing them from seeing that you cannot get along with people that's constantly talking about killing you?
Well, listen to this.
What
is that? Even better. This is Mahmoud Abbas. He's the president of the Palestinian Authority. He's 1 million years old. He appointed himself basically dictator for life. I told you this before. When he got his graduate degree, he wrote his thesis on the fact that the Holocaust didn't happen. Did you hear what I said? He's the president of the Palestinian Authority for life. Wasn't elected for life. He's declared himself that de facto, and believes that history didn't happen. And that's who Israel's supposed to make peace with? Or the clowns at Hamas, who are mass murderers? Which is worse? This guy wears a suit and the other guy wears fatigues. Of course, this guy has his billions in Switzerland and lives in the West Bank in an estate. And the heads of Hamas live in Qatar and fly on their private jets because all three of them, the two founders of Hamas and Mahmoud Abbas, are all billionaires. Billionaires, because they stole the money that was given to the Palestinian people by the Europeans and by your and my various presidents. Gross,
extremely,
but true.